know, I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two. I never want to see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl.
You like me to be a bad girl.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll sing something else then.
Yeah, just hold your hand on my ass and then you know you're in the picture.
Yeah,
we-
well, like that.
We are walking on a bike track, and this used to be a railway line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen Victoria. She was a character, wasn't she, with Albert?
Yeah.
Totally in love with
But
each
when he
other.
died, she never went over there anymore, did she?
Oh, probably because they loved each other so much and it was too much memories.
Yeah, probably.
I remember something, somebody told me that apparently she wrote in her library, in her diary,
Yeah.
and she said something like, "My breasts are not for giving milk or the children; they are only for Albert."
She had it right.
If that
didn't
is
she?
true, yeah, yeah. I thought that was
She
nice. That's why I remembered. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Because you're a queen doesn't mean you don't like sex, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, back to our. That's what I kept telling you all morning.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
And they said it was going to be bloody hot. What happened to the climate warming they've been telling us about?
Now they changed it into climate change.
Oh, right. You know, they keep saying climate change, then they say climate warming, climate change,
It's
climate
getting
warming.
warmer.
And I think that this, I mean, it's a silly thing to say climate change because
Climate changes all the time.
it's always going on all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when have you ever known every day to be the same as the last day? Very rare.
We moved from ice age, and ice ages, and it mini ice age, big
Oh,
ice age.
apples.
Yeah. We used to bring our grandson here. They also have, if you turn around, you see it, a big tree full with
That's a nice apple
apples.
tree, isn't it?
Yeah. And they don't pick them all. And
Could come
here,
back this way, scrumpy.
look at this one here. Look, darling. Look. Grapes.
Grapes.
And we picked them once, a little amount, one, and we gave it to our little grandson, remember?
Yeah.
He loved grapes, didn't he?
Hobby.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, that's what the Romans used to do.
Yeah.
So why don't we do it?
That's how they conquered Britain. They made their routes. They planted their food along the way on their tracks. They made their roads, planted food along those roads, and that was how they done it. Totally sensible. And that's what I think people should do, is plant their food, plant trees, fruit trees, plant fruit bushes, plant vegetables that grows,
Everywhere,
We-
in the public, in the
Yeah.
public green.
yeah, everything that keeps growing back seasonally.
We are doing the same, and the ones that are still small, the trees, you know, the children pick the apples before they are ripe and stuff, but once the trees are getting really big, you know, they can't reach all of them, so
Yeah.
it will be functional then.
That's right. And if these wars keep going, which they are going to for a very long time, then you know, you're going to be, the Swedes are going to be the shoved before long, I think. Only that's just my view on it. Put your views down below.
Yes, let us know what you think. Are you planting this? Look, behind Jose, are little houses, and there's for example, a gate there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, these houses here, they're all, if you look at them, yeah, all up and down this street, they all look very similar, yeah, and with big with big garage door entrances, they're all exactly the same. That is because they were once belonging to the horse cavalry, and they would keep their horses here. These were all stables. All of these houses here were stables.
Yeah.
And they kept horses in there.
Because they are at the back of really big houses that you can go to there, to the gates, look.
Aye.
And in one of our other videos you can see the houses at the front.
Yeah, there's another one right there.
Yeah, people have made it very nice, look.
Yeah. The British Empire depended on all these horse cavalry and the horses. And they treated those horses really badly during World War I. They slaughtered them. Instead of bringing them back
that
to
was
England.
after the war was done, isn't it? Because they confiscated all the horses in Britain.
Yeah.
The farmers had to do without.
Yeah.
And then when the war was over, hello, when the war was over, they well, feeding the people that was starving in France.
People starving.
So yeah.
Those horses, they gave their lives on the battlefield, and they didn't only give their lives on the battlefield to make this empire that it was then, but they also give their lives to feed the bellies of the starving people.
And the soldiers. There was one, I'm not sure what he was, but he took his horse home. Oh, that is where the movie War Horse is.
War Horse, yeah, what's that movie?
War Horse is based on that story.
Go down there.
Yeah, here's the path.
Oh, right, there's the path.
The less stumble blocks, the better.
Yeah, and these were all the places that they were once stabled, kept in stables. Yeah. Now they converted them into living dwellings.
And that horse is now buried on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah. Oh, it's a really lovely story about a horse and his owner. And he went through the war with him.
And he was very smart.
Very smart horse. He was very, like with bombs going off close to him and things like that, he wouldn't lose his cool or get scared. He trusted his master completely. And
they had a very unusual bond together. Very tight bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful story. I would advise you to watch it too. The War Horse, that's how it's called. That's based on that horse.
Yeah, very touching story.
High amount of elderly people living on the south coast.
Yeah, on the south coast of England.
Because of the climate.
Yeah.
It's a very nice, well, if you like the heat,
yeah.
It's a nice climate.
They had an issue with homeless people for a while, where they were coming from all up north. Everything's north from the south of England.
Yeah.
And on the coast, and they would go on benefits here, and then they would get a house or a flat or a bed and breakfast along the seaside town.
Yeah, Bournemouth has a high percentage.
Yeah, and they would just live there.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I got anything against that.
It's easier to live. We stop for a minute because I want to end what I'm telling and then show you something, guys. But it's easier to live on the street, if there is such a thing as easier, in the south, because the climate is milder here.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they come this way. But we're going to turn around now.
Yeah. Bon Jovi's house.
Yeah. No, he was from Duran Duran.
Oh, Duran was it? Oh, I thought it was Bon Jovi.
Simon Le Bon used to live in that White House.
Yeah.
There behind us. Then he was really famous.
I can smell fish and chips.
Yeah. There's a chippy here down.
Yeah.
Really nice. Here it is. Where is our captain? What is Captain Bligh?
That one, right?
Tell a story. Who is he? Where is he?
I don't know if any of you have ever seen the film Mutiny on the Bounty.
Oh, another movie. Watch it.
Yeah. And it was a historical film about a captain whose crew, he was a bit of a hard taskmaster, and the crew got a bit pissed off with him and they mutinied. And then they went over to the southern islands and they left England. They never came back. and they populated those islands, and apparently their descendants are still living on those islands to this very day. Of His Majesty's Navy, who died the 19th of January 1795, aged 59. This is his grave.
Oh, here is his
God rest his
tomb.
soul.
Well, this is more like a tomb, isn't it?
He wasn't very old, really, was he?
Is that not what you... I think in that period it was old.
Oh, people who were well off lived to be a pretty normal age, as we understand it.
Yeah. Oh, that is coming up.
How much is the roast every Sunday then?
Go and have a look.
Day after tomorrow. This
They like Sunday roast here in Britain.
2-course meal, £12.95. 3-course, £15.95. That'd be, for a Sunday roast, it'd be £22. Nice
And they
place.
have a
It's called,
nice area to sit out as well.
called the Old Lodge.
And I think this is a bouncy castle there for when they have customers with children. Do you know a story, Jose, from the village home?
What story?
I'm going to let
You
you...
want me to tell a story?
Do you remember?
Oh yeah. There was this young lady from Holland who was red hot Dutch with big boobs,
Predicted by the medium
predicted by the media.
to come into your life.
Well, he
yeah.
saw it, he didn't predict
Can we...
it. He saw it timed.
Dad, the village home. Yeah.
And anyway, they had one of their escapades in there. And that's the first place we went to, isn't it?
Yes.
And we had a drink there. And
Yeah.
he chatted that young barman up
Who
to
did?
give us 2 glasses, wine glasses, and a bottle of wine.
We bought the bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Because we will continue our party
we would travel around
in the
a
van.
little white van.
Yes.
And then
And we didn't
we
have
parked outside.
glasses. Oh yeah. And then we parked outside somewhere.
SBS place.
And in no time we had the security.
Sure.
Oh, thank you. We had the security checking us out, shining lights into our van. Because it is highly secure, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
SBS. They probably knew who we were before they...
They checked the number plate out
Yeah,
and
of
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
would
do.
say so.
Yeah.
Turn around, show them there. This is a big field where they hold a little festival or something if they can. But behind us is Millionaire Road. And those people stop a lot of things of happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw it, but there are camper vans there. Camper vans are parked up there. Yeah, we could have anything.
Minding me, all these thoughts. And that was that you can turn everything around psychosomatically too.
Yes, the mind is miraculous,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but
What it
it's-
can do.
It's a hard thing to overcome
And-
the loss of a partner though, isn't it?
Oh, I've, you know, all the spiritual work we do on ourselves. I hate to see the day that death takes one of us. So we just enjoy being together so much. And we are just greedy, innit? We want to stay together for as long as possible.
Yeah. It's hard to be non-attachment, isn't it?
Yeah.
As they say.
And Jose,
What?
how long does Cows Week last?
You're taking the mick now, aren't you?
Well,
I was talking to one of my friends, like, and he said he was
what is his name?
Matthew Reed. And because he liked it, we should water, we both like the water, being on the water, like, and he tells me he's going over to the Cows Week, yeah, to do the stuff over there. I said to him, like, genuinely, like, not thinking, I said, how long does that last for then, Matt? And he's like a Welsh guy, Matthew, from West Wales, and he goes like, Phil, the clue is in the description.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. It's Cows Week.
We still joke about it, don't we? If we can have a cuppa somewhere. See if there's an empty table, maybe. Oh yeah, yeah. And one all the way in the corner, that is good. Coffee one. The last time we had coffee and coffee one, we couldn't sleep, we were awake
Oh, we were
almost
like
all night.
wide-eyed open like that.
And I like something that Bert said actually. Bert, Tammy's husband, Bert
Right.
van Duin, he put something on his wall and Bert said, people are saying 60s is the new 70 and something else, 50, 40 is the old 50s. He said, well, I don't know, but midnight now comes at 9 o'clock. Something like that, he said. And it is true, I was yesterday so tired, I was in asleep at 8:15. I couldn't keep my eyes open. So, yeah. That's why we have to keep ourselves fit, otherwise we will be going to bed at 6. Seems to, many people seems to make not the best choices.
Yeah, and
Enjoy
you
your
like
day.
me? Oh, bread from heaven, bread from heaven.
North Yorkshire or somewhere like
No, no, no.
Bread
Wales.
from heaven, Wales.
To
You're
your-
singing
to
the
your
anthem
email
to
voice
you.
choir. I was trying to mimic that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we like singing up in Wales.
you do, that's very cool.
And we like lamb chops.
I like that lamb.
Yorkshire.
Beautiful.
We
We
get
have
on
been
great
to
with
Yorkshire
Yorkshire,
last
guys.
year.
That lamb
Beautiful.
stew that we get, there's a special stew in Wales that they cook.
Oh, I'm not sure about
It's not,
that.
his mum is Greek Cypriot,
My mum was
so
Greek
he's
Cypriot,
half
my dad was
half
Welsh.
Greek.
But
So
there's a lovely stew that they make, and it's, I don't know what it's not really a stew, but it's sort of soup, and it is just so delicious.
ah. Okay, I had to turn off the camera for a minute because the people who sat at the table next to us started talking to us, and we are now over an hour later. So yeah, very nice, and that's what we mean as well with giving. Giving comes in many different forms, and the lady obviously loved talking, and then you just give those people your full attention, and that is also right for living and a source of happiness, because not only do they have now something to talk about, because some people don't see many people during their days. They were well into their 70s, if not early 80s. And yeah, they absolutely love talking to Jose and myself, especially the lady. He was more quiet. That doesn't surprise many people. Lots of women are more verbal than men. In our relationship, it's the other way around. Jose is absolutely able to talk for hours. And he's a man of two extremes. He is absolutely silent, and I mean silent, no thoughts, because of his meditation practice. But when a subject comes by in which he is interested, he can talk until the cows come home. And here he is. I show you in a minute if my battery lasts. The houses we just walked on the other side of where the horses were. So can we turn around? And then I can show you the...
That's at the back of the horse stable.
And they used to be officers' quarters?
Yeah.
Officers' houses?
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it? They are now all...
Well, they would walk down from their back gardens then to the stables, which is quite a long walk, as you know. Well, not too long, but we call it a big garden.
Let me touch it, that the screen is there. Now we have sky.
Yeah, we call it a big garden now because they're all turned them into gardens, but they had
At the
a
back.
long path that went down to the stables, and then they had their own horses. Man, you know, like during the time of the British Empire, the army guys used to be treated, I don't know,
Like royals.
like royalty. Yeah, I mean, look at the houses they lived in.
Officers, not
Officers,
soldiers.
yeah. And you know, then they had their own horse that they looked after themselves. They made their relationships with their animals, and then they took those animals into combat with them during the First World War.
Yeah, so we have come full circle.
I mean,
Remember we talked about the war horse? And on the corner of this block is now a hotel. And I stayed in there for 2 weeks when I came to...
6 weeks.
I stayed in the hotel for 2, darling.
6, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we had sex, yeah, but
6 weeks.
sexy 2 weeks. No, I stayed 2 weeks in that hotel, and then I was going to Kingfisher Caravan Park because I was only coming here for 6-week holiday. But we are now 22 years later.
Yep.
I never went
You
home.
never went back.
So let me show the hotel. There. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, the hotel.
Anglesey Hotel. This